Man, what's going on? All right. I, as Blueface would say, man, just sitting, chilling at Southland Mall. About to get up out of here in a minute. I was looking at some jewelry and shit. Didn't see nothing that I really wanted, man. Didn't see nothing that sparked my eye, as they say, and shit. But yeah, man. Shit. I'm just laughing, man, because once again, Eddie Hearn, he's not the donkey of the day. He's basically the donkey of the week because shit is just backfiring on him like it's going out of style. And I'm laughing at the fact you got people copping a plea, still like trying to shit on the fact that Deontay Wilder, his own boss, and basically he got two big pay-per-views coming back to back. You know what I'm saying? It's funny how people say, "Oh well, Ortiz is 50 years old," but you know, Wilder. But Anthony Joshua was gonna fight him. He wasn't too old for Anthony Joshua. These motherfuckers are hilarious. And the funny thing is, now what do you gotta say? What's up? What do you gotta say now that even Eddie Hearn's own backyard is blaming him for the big fights not getting made? You know what I'm saying? Because you know people love to try to blame everything on 7-8, the LDBC, Ego, Dante's Boxing Nation, for this not happening and that not happening. But at the end of the day, it's Eddie Hearn's fault and people just tired of covering it for him. That's what it's coming down to. People tired of lying for Eddie Hearn. It's like basically this dude ain't doing what he's supposed to do. He fucked up a big payday for Anthony Joshua, and you know what I'm saying? Now, you know why people are so angry about him getting the Tyson Fury fight right after the Ortiz fight? Because Anthony Joshua didn't get it. Because if Anthony Joshua would have got it, people would have, you know, the AJ and the Eddie Hearn supporters would have been going buck wild. But they just mad because Deontay Wilder outmaneuvered and he outsmarted Eddie Hearn. You know, whether people like it or not, when a black man can outsmart a white man, you know, people, just certain group of people can't take it. It strikes the fear in them that they're not superior, which they not superior, never have been, never will be. They just seized the opportunity, you know what I'm saying, basically. But nobody in the mayonnaise nation is superior over black people. That's just the bottom line. You know what I'm saying? When you invent, you know, guns and shit to, you know, have an unfair advantage in basically combat, then of course of course it's gonna help you gain power because you created guns where other people had spears and swords and all that type of shit. Basically, you wasn't man enough to do the hand-to-hand combat thing. As Nipsey Hussle would say, your knuckles wasn't big enough. But nevertheless, I'm enjoying this shit. Because now what? And I guarantee you ain't none of these fake ass LDBC haters and all these so-called non-biased boxing channels gonna make videos basically airing out Eddie Hearn on how he got aired out by people in his own backyard. They won't. So, you know, in the words of Trinidad James, fuck them. I'm just keeping it real. Eddie Hearn don't got nothing to bargain with now. His last best bet to get a serviceable fight for AJ would be a Dillian White rematch. Man, what's up? That would be his last hope to get a rematch with Dillian White. And it's kind of funny, people talked about they don't want to see Wilder Ortiz, but then now people are clamoring for a Anthony Joshua Dillian White. Like I said before, the people that's sitting up talking shit, they just mad because, yeah, they just mad because Anthony Joshua got beat to the punch. Him and Eddie Hearn got outmaneuvered by Deontay Wilder, and they just can't accept it. That's all it come down to. You got to be ahead of the curve, and they just mad because Deontay Wilder did it on his own without a promoter like Eddie Hearn. And whether people like it or not, Eddie Hearn is just a dishonest dude, man. He stayed fucking lying, man. He was talking all this shit about pre-ticket sales, and the motherfucking fight ain't nowhere near being sold out for what people were saying. Anytime you have a 2-for-1, that's already a bad sign. Hey, what's up, World Breaker? Yeah, they is mad because Deontay Wilder did it on his own. I told you, black men that could think for themselves, you know what I'm saying, and they could do shit without the assistance of you know who, and exercise self-reliance, independence. People fear that shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they really mad about. So all these motherfuckers can talk all the shit that they want, but at the end of the day, Deontay Wilder get the W. Big time. He have not one, but 2 guaranteed pay-per-view fights lined up. Big time. You know, Ortiz is just the appetizer. And then Tyson Fury is like, you know, is like the big deal. You know what I'm saying? Basically, Deontay Wilder is starting to realize his value. So he's already becoming a pay-per-view star on his own. Because like I said before, didn't we have to pay to see Manny Pacquiao fight Marco Antonio Barrera in a meaningless rematch? Didn't we have to see Manny Pacquiao fight Tim Bradley in a third meaningless fight? Didn't we have to see Manny Pacquiao fight Jesse Vargas in a meaningless pay-per-view? See, people don't talk about that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? People don't bring that type of shit up. They never bring that shit up. But they always trying to shit on the brother and shit. So, yeah. 3 pay-per-views with Manny Pacquiao and Juan Manuel Marquez. Oscar De La Hoya versus Ricardo Mayorga. That was on pay-per-view. But they sitting up bitching about Deontay Wilder and Ortiz being on pay-per-view. Shut the fuck up. Real talk. Shit, it's a question if Manny Pacquiao, Keith Thurman should be on pay-per-view. But hey, it is what it is. I understand. These dudes, some of these dudes, they want to add a pay-per-view fight. So don't sit up here and talk to me about what you don't want to see and what's meaningless and all that type of shit. So how many, like I said, Manny Pacquiao was part of a shitload of meaningless pay-per-views. Jesse Vargas on pay-per-view. But then you trying to talk about somebody, but you trying to talk about Floyd and Berto and shit like that, man. For real. But that's what it is. Deontay Wilder, he building himself as a pay-per-view star. That's what he want. That's what, and I feel like this, based off the fact that he's putting people to sleep. As a heavyweight, he should be on pay-per-view. Yeah, I already know that Eddie Hearn got his whole card pulled by, you know, the European version of GQ. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad. So I guess we behind that too. I guess Black Media and the LDBC. I guess me and Ego and 7A called out there, right? Because I'm pretty sure they blaming us for that too. But I'm glad that these motherfuckers that make these anti-LDBC videos making us out to be more powerful than what we really is. Or maybe we are that powerful. Since motherfuckers wake up thinking about us, making videos about us. So I find the shit funny. So like I told you, these motherfuckers be talking all this shit, but they doing the work for us. Yeah, Eddie Hearn is completely, I'm just keeping it 100. Eddie Hearn has been completely blew out the water. You can't blame this on us, because everybody see what this dude is doing. Everybody see what this dude is doing, man. And it's just time to tell the truth about this dude, man. That fight tonight is gonna flop, man. When I say that fight against him and Andy Ruiz versus Anthony Joshua, that fight is gonna flop big time. I guarantee you Eddie Hearn ain't even gonna discuss the streaming numbers. It's gonna be so bad. So I'm just keeping it 100. You know what I'm saying? I could care less about that fight. No, no disrespect to Ruiz. I could care less about that fight, man. The best thing to do is not help Eddie Hearn in any way, shape, or form. Don't give that man your money, because they're going to come begging Deontay Wilder. When I say Deontay Wilder, it may get to the point where they offer him, real talk, it may get to the point with Wilder where they may offer him 55-45. It's headed towards that way. Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury is going to do big numbers. I don't know if it's going to hit the million mark, but it's going to do much better than the first. I guarantee you it may do. I think it may do 1 million. I know it's going to do over 500,000. Book it. Book it. Book it. And like I said, once again, due to the fact that Eddie Hearn got Anthony, and I know Eddie Hearn, he stayed talking about everybody else's numbers, but when it come to his numbers, then he get quiet. But then, see, this is why you guys, Eddie Hearn is basically he trying to silence certain people, in the media. This is why he fucking with Blue Blood and shit. This is why he didn't want to grant Blue Blood his credentials, because he knew Blue Blood was going to ask him about that shit. That's what the bottom line is. Eddie Hearn don't want nobody to ask him about this shit. Like I said, he stayed talking about somebody else's popularity. Well, nobody don't care about AJ. Like I said, when you selling tickets 2 for 1, that's a horrible sign. That's saying this fight didn't sell shit. But I'm telling you, he gonna lie about something. He gonna say, well, this happened, well, that happened. And like I said before, I guarantee you when you say, hey, Eddie, what was the streaming numbers? He gonna say some shit like, well, it was successful to our standards. We're satisfied with the numbers. Which, AKA, that mean the shit flopped. This shit is like I said, this shit is gonna flop. And there's gonna be tremendous pressure on Anthony Joshua to get with a Ruiz quick. Shit, Outback Steakhouse ain't exactly cheap. That's the place where you take a date. Like, that's like probably like the 5th date. Sort of like if you didn't hit it once already, you kind of upgrade. You know what I'm saying? You kind of upgrade. That's like if you didn't hit it once, you kind of you go to the Outback Steakhouse. You start off at TGI, and you know what I'm saying. You sort of like work your way up. So yeah, I understand. Yeah, that's just real talk. Nah, Lamonte, I'm giving you some game. I'm just telling you that, Outback Steakhouse, that's, that's upgrading. That's like if you didn't hit it once, Oh, you talking about the shrimp outrage? Well, you get that if she kind of didn't, told you that it might be going down tonight. So, yeah, it's cool. But nah, Eddie Hearn only try to pocket watch somebody else. He try to pocket watch, he try to number watch, but then when you ask him about his numbers, then he ain't got shit to say. He don't ever have a motherfucker where, hey, Eddie, well, how's so-and-so doing? Then he start doing that fast. Then he become Eddie Haskell, or AKA Fast Eddie, and then he start giving you all that gibberish, talking around. Well, if you look at the, okay, dude, I know where this is going. I already know what you gonna do. But I'm gonna tell you right now, Eddie Hearn done had a horrible week. He get the bad news about the Ortiz rematch, and then he get the bad news about the Tyson Fury rematch. And I'm glad that Deontay Wilder did it on the eve of Anthony Joshua having a fight. And I don't blame Deontay Wilder, because he keeps saying, well, nobody cares about Deontay Wilder, nobody knows who he is and all that type of shit. So it was just like poetic justice, and I loved every fucking minute of it. So I mean, the fight is gonna start in a few hours. Well, they probably doing the preliminaries like right now, because it's like, yeah, I'm gonna tell you something else, Lamonte, that they do. You already, I don't know if you know, I cover fights and shit. They do this all the time. They gonna probably let people upgrade. And what I mean by that, by the time, you know, it's time for the main event, what they may do is they may just tell people to just move up. They gonna tell you you could take the available seats. They do that on a regular basis. They'll just tell you, okay, well, just take the just take the available seats. Oh yeah, he gonna tell. I guarantee you, Eddie Hearn is gonna tell people. Oh, he gonna tell the announcers. He gonna make that phone call. He gonna tell people to move up and upgrade, because it's like this: if the people don't show up, then that means there's available seats. They already know. By the time the main event is about to start, who gonna be there and who isn't gonna be there. And they already know what seats are available and how many tickets been sold. I guarantee you Eddie Hearn is gonna lie about how many actual tickets were sold. You see that Oscar De La Hoya lied about the Canelo fight. They tried to say it was standing room only at the Canelo versus Jacob fight. In all reality, it was 17,000 people there. They were 3,000 short of a sellout, and they only sold 15,000 actual tickets. But then people think when you bring this shit up that you trying to attack Canelo and all that type. No, I'm just telling the truth. I'm just reporting numbers. What was actually sold, what was actually like for real. This ain't nothing personal, ain't got nothing to do with somebody not liking or liking Canelo. But people take it that way, especially his diehard fans and shit. Now, this Eddie Hearn thing, that Eddie Hearn shit, that's personal. Because I don't like how they treated Blue Blood. Like I told you, that's what I be trying to tell y'all. When y'all don't get it, man. When you be going to these fights and you be trying to cover these fights, man, this is shit that I hate about the fights, man. It's the ass kissing that they be wanting you to do, man. These dudes don't want you to ask them nothing tough. They want you to sit up there and act like it's a pleasure to be in their presence and shit. Like, I mean, for real, man. At the end of the day, we helping you just as much, you know what I'm saying, as you think you helping us by giving us access to your venue and shit and your fights and your fighters. Oh yeah, you can, yeah. We'll hook you up with a media credential, but just don't ask us no tough questions. Just don't try to interrogate me and shit. And see, that's the thing. Eddie Hearn want everybody to think like Radio Raheem, man. Everybody ain't finna be his Radio Raheem, man. Radio Raheem is a different kind of cat. And that's the problem. These media people, or should I say these damn promoters and shit, they want everybody to be a soft shoe, ass kissing ass reporter. Oh my God, it's so nice to see you. Oh my God. That's why when I be going to these venues, man, I get straight to business, man. I ask these dudes the questions that the fans want me to ask them. I mean, if it's somebody I'm cool with, yeah, I kid around with them and all that type of shit, but I'm going to ask them. When I saw Eddie Hearn, I needed to ask him about the shit with Anthony Joshua. And you know what make it so pathetic though? You know what's the sad part about this whole Anthony Joshua thing though? What's the sad part about this shit? What make it so pathetic? Real talk. The Anthony Joshua tickets went on sale like, man, when did them tickets go on sale? Like February or something? So you had like 4 months to sell out this venue, man, and you still didn't get no sellout. You had 4 months to sell out this fight and you still couldn't sell it out. And then you've been sitting up here lying to the fans and shit. Lying to the fans, lying to the public. You had 4 fucking months to sell this motherfucking fight out and you couldn't get it done. You failed miserably. You failed right on your European, blue-eyed, white face. Oh yeah, and fuck Barry Hearn too. Since he trying to justify him making them little slavery remarks and trying to say fuck anybody that got a problem with. Fuck you, devil. Real talk. I mean, since you talking like that, fuck you too. Man, I'm just keeping it 100, man. Like I said, I have no desire to ever attend man, Eddie Hearn them don't have to ever worry about me getting no damn accident for no press credentials. If they the main promoter, it's just gonna be one fight. I'm gonna sit out. I mean, as far as PBC go, I'm cool with PBC. I'm cool with Top Rank. You know, K2, the people that promote Triple G, they ain't fucking with us. Them some old people. Them some old people that's very careful about who they give credentials to because they scared that you gonna bombard them. And see, that's the thing. That's why Tom Loeffler show what a fraud he is too. You know, Tom Loeffler, he a fraud too, because he another one that carefully watch who requests media credentials and shit. Because he don't want you to ask Triple G, why does Triple G continue to fight these fucking bums that he fights? And he got a fight coming up next week against a DoorDash driver, against a dude that does DoorDash. He another one. Because like I said, I'm not done with Triple G. I'm gonna keep roasting his ass. Eventually, like I said, I'm gonna run into Triple G eventually. And I'm gonna ask his ass, why do he continue to fight these type of dudes and think he's supposed to get all these accolades and shit? I mean, just because Max Kellerman be kissing your ass and shit, and a lot of these motherfuckers on ESPN and shit, for the obvious reason, you think everybody else is supposed to be that way. But then, like I said, the brothers, we got to fight everybody and they mama to get praise. And then even when we do it, you got motherfuckers trying to downplay what we do. And you already know what most of these motherfuckers that try to downplay what we do look like. Like I say, this is why these motherfuckers be clinging on to guys like Triple G and the Lomachenkos and shit. Like I said, it ain't no pressure on Lomachenko to make real big fights. They want to blame everybody else. There's no pressure on Triple G to make big fights. But as I said before, you got all these other motherfuckers telling the brothers who they should fight and shit. Go figure. So I'm just keeping it 100. I mean, DAZN finna have 2 back-to-back, and I'm gonna tell you something else. Triple G's fight is gonna flop too. That fight that he got with the truck driver, that shit is gonna flop. You know, I mean, I'm cool with Triple G. You know what I'm saying? Fighting. I mean, then again, on the other hand, I'm a Teamster, so it's cool if Triple G want to fight, you know, a Teamsters Union member. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I'm a Teamster, so, you know, it is what it is, though. But I just want to know when he going to have the pressure to fight somebody of substance. Because like I said, the problem is it's too much fucking politics in boxing. I mean, you look at the situation with Charlo and shit. Charlo can't get none of them dudes in the ring for whatever reason. He can't get a fight with Andre. He can't get the Canelo fight. He can't get none of them fights. So now he talking about, well, you know what? I'm gonna move up to 168 because I guess he feel his patience is running thin. He can't get Triple G in the ring. Triple G refuses to fight him. But nobody never says anything. Like I said, nobody ever said, hey, Triple G, fight Charlo. But then you always get these motherfuckers, oh, well, he could beat Charlo. I mean, you hear that shit all the time. You hear that shit. Triple G could beat Charlo. Canelo could beat Charlo. Andrade could beat Charlo. But then you ask yourself, okay, well, when is these fights going to happen? Like, if Charlo is so garbage, like how people make him out to be, then how come he can't get none of them dudes in the ring with him? That's all I'm saying. I'm just waiting for somebody to answer that question, and nobody ever answers that question. They always talking about, oh, well, somebody can beat this dude, but then when you say, well, when they gonna fight? That fight doesn't make any kind of sense. What's up? You always hear that shit. It doesn't make sense. Oh, he's not a draw and all that type of shit. So let me get this straight. Charlo is not a draw, but Steve Rhodes is. Can somebody please answer that question? And let's just cut the shit. Nobody ever heard of that dude till Triple G announced he was fighting him. That doesn't make, like I said, that doesn't make any kind of sense. Well, nah, I can't. That ain't never gonna happen. I'm way too big to fight Triple G. I weigh well over 200 pounds. I'm like an inch taller than Triple G. Like Triple G, like 5'10". I'm like 5'11", but I weigh well over 200 pounds. And them motherfuckers ain't gonna weight drain me. I could make 160 if I fucking tried. I couldn't make fucking light heavyweight if I tried. And for me to get the cruiserweight, it would probably take me like 6 months. So nah, that's not gonna happen. Nah, Triple G gonna do what he does. He gonna fight another. I'm already telling you what's gonna happen with Triple G. He gonna fight another type of Steve Rhodes dude, or he holding out for Canelo. Because to me, that's his only lifeline. So that's going to be your whole career, 3 fights with Canelo if you get it. And if Canelo fight Triple G without a belt, he full of shit too. And I'm going to roast Canelo's ass too if he really don't stand by his word. But I think that's coming because if he can't get Andrade, if he can't make a fight with Andrade, then guess what's going to happen? Triple G is the next thing. Because that's gonna be another fight. I think that can draw some asses and bodies in the arena. It's gonna probably be the next fight, which I don't want to see a third fight between Canelo and Triple G. I don't want to see it. I barely was interested in the second fight, and to be honest, I wasn't even really interested in that fight. But I'm just telling you, dudes, that's what's gonna be the next option. I'm just telling you right now, either it's gonna be Canelo and Triple G 2, or if Triple G don't, part 3, or Triple G gonna go find another tomato can to fight. And once again, what's gonna happen there? And once again, you gonna have Triple G. You gonna have Triple G justifying this fight. Mark my words. I promise you. I promise you. All right, you guys, I'm about to get up out of here.